I've been yanked off here because of my bad English before. You get that? Because my English cannot be that same English with an English presenter.
Yes.
I can't be a good English presenter. I have a good spoken English. While I was in Morocco, I went to cover WAFCON 2024. So I was reporting for our English sports show. Someone was not saying, so Olori Sports can speak English like this. I'm sorry, this we have to I will be throwing stones into glass houses for this one. Sports presenters most people that are Yoruba sports presenters, when they pronounce some names in football, in sport in general, they don't give them the correct pronunciation. For a professor in the University of Ibadan,
wow,
to be like, that girl, oh my God, she's good. When you pronounce French League On, it's French League On. On in the French is one.
Yes.
Even though English is one in the good, but their correct pronunciation is on. Names of players, Yokeres, Eloisa, Gokeres, Jimenez. All these things. Okay, Arena Sabalenka, some people find it difficult to pronounce. See, it's not that also English Yoruba show. That is their name. Thomas Tuchel. English can pronounce it, Tuchel. Eloisa. Nowadays, the Premier League, I think they eventually discovered that people are mispronouncing players' names. These players, every season, they ask them to pronounce their name. What is your name? I am Bruno Fernandes. We call him Bruno Fernandes, and his real name is Bruno Fernandes. There are a lot of names. I am Sean Dyche. I have a lot of them. I can't remember right now. A lot of tennis players' name. Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz. We have Charles Leclerc. They call him Charles Leclerc, and his name is Charles Leclerc. Where you go law school. Angie Postecoglou, former Tottenham Hotspur manager. Ange àwọn nípa níwọ̀n gẹ́rí. Torí pé òun sọ Yorùbá kò túmọ̀ sí wípé you can't teach people. You are a teacher.
Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of the Facts and Opinions podcast. Season 2, baby! Woo! Yes, I know you missed us. And yes, we missed you too. Thank you so much for all your calls, your messages, your DMs. In fact, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. God bless you for the love that you have shown to the Facts and Opinions podcast. We really appreciate you. This is season 2, and yes, we are back to give you woto again, to give you back to back as we've been doing before. Our previous guests now, you've met them, you've heard what they want to talk about, and yes, season 2, we are ready to give you premium gist, facts, and opinions. We've gathered your opinions, and yes, our guests are here to give the facts about your opinions. I am Ramat Kajola Olanrewaju with my co-hosts.
I am Ajiboye Oluwa Victor.
So
the thing is, when you were doing all of those introductions, I was happy because there's this adage in Yoruba that ọbẹ̀ tó bá dùn yàn kì í kánjú là. You understand? Kó má lọ jẹ láwọn.
Ọbẹ̀ tó bá gbóná nìyẹn.
tó bá dùn náà, ọmọ kó tó bá ṣẹ̀ sọ lórí náà.
Wàá rọra máa ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀. Kò ní lè tànú abọ́.
Wàá ṣeré. So
don't leave me.
We promise you your weight will be worth it.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people have been coming into our DMs asking
What's
questions.
wrong?
What's going
Where are
on?
you?
Facts and
Where are you
opinions.
going?
All of those things. And we saw all your messages, and
yes,
we are very excited that you actually reached out. And thank you very much. We promise not to fail you. I will promise to always give you the best of content when it comes to, podcasts and when it comes to interviews and exciting conversations right here in our studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at it again today.
Ta-da!
Today, I think this person is going to be the first unique guest. Season 1 did not witness that kind of guest, but this season 2 has a lot of big fish.
The starter
in
itself.
The freezer. Big things they more like.
Yeah.
So we have an amazing guest in the building today.
Obalamba.
Yeah. So I can't wait to actually introduce the guest to you, because I know right now that we are making all of these lambas and all of these things the camera is not on the guest yet. We want you to keep anticipating when we will show the guests. Where we will show the guests along. So, Ramat.
Yes.
Should I introduce the guests or you will do it? I think you should start with when you want to introduce this guest.
Yes.
I think you should start from the list to the.
Okay, we should use the
inverted
inverted pyramid style. Okay, let's use the pyramid style so that we can take it from the lower to the highest. Our guest is a female. Yes, she is a broadcaster, one of the finest female broadcaster. She is a sports
Ladies
caster.
and gentlemen,
Kindly make some noise for Olori Sports.
Putting somebody in trouble. see the way they are saying big fish inside
Like,
this konkolo and gentle girl.
I
am actually on CCC. I am cool, calm and collected people. So see all these things they are saying, I don't know what it is.
Don't worry.
Cool, calm and waiting.
Collected. Thank you for having me.
So be relaxed. You're welcome. Thank you so much for
It's not a hot seat. That's a very cold seat.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we have.
So feel relaxed.
Since you said season 2 will be, you are back better. Let's make it hotter.
Oh shit.
We're not scared of hot seats.
I think this is.
That's the kind of ginger I want.
Yes. Okay, well, let's go. We are going hotter.
Oh yeah, let's go. Olori Sports.
Hi.
Let's start from Olori Sports, being Olori Sports.
Okay.
One of the female sportcaster in Ibadan, Oyo State, even in southwest Nigeria, that is really doing very well for herself.
Oh God.
Yes, you have.
Oh my God, I'm cold right now, Obama.
Can we meet Olori Sports?
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me, Arabi Rahmat and Oluwa Victor Olu Victory. Oluwa Shegun. Someone that is bearing name with Victor Osime. Hijaya Usos. Oshiopo. Okay. Oh, you don't have cash?
I don't have.
Oh my God, I don't mind. I don't mind.
You don't mind what?
dollars too.
Yeah.
I don't. The thing is,
in cash and kind, anyways.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay. Olori Sports. Her full name is Balkis Adirunke Adeshola. As the introduction I've said, I am a broadcaster, I'm a content creator, I'm a football commentator, all in indigenous languages. And I could be a MC sometimes. It depends on the kind of character you want from Olori Sports. Olori Sports is not just sport for me. I think I'm a very cultural person. I love culture. I love traditions, but not that I'm a modern woman. As I am a local girl, I'm also a modern woman. Because as people call me Olori Sports, people call me Ibadan Kamavinga, they call me Queen of Skoro, they call me Moremi Ajansho, because I love promoting culture as well. So it's not basically only about the sports. So that is Olori Sports.
Can we know your educational background?
Okay, I am a graduate of mass communication. I attended the Polytechnic Ibadan.
Ironi, the Polytechnic Ibadan and others.
Àwọn ọmọ Ìbàdàn Poly yìí.
Ẹjọ́ tó yá lọ èmi ò wọ́ kárẹ́.
Ìbàdàn Poly.
Tí ó bá ti kálá tí ó bá ti
Too proud.
I don't mind. Na so when you get to the shop, great event. Me sef I dey great polite.
Exactly.
Kí ló dé? I say Poly ti wà okay.
Too proud of because of Olunloyo Polytechnic certificate.
You should keep your top eye kini kan.
Comma Ibadan.
The name that is not even fitting my mouth, but the Polytechnic Ibadan. I'm a student of the mass communication department.
Olunloyo Polytechnic Ibadan.
The Polytechnic Ibadan. I'm a set that graduated under the Polytechnic Ibadan.
I don't know. I don't think I would accept that right now because the executive governor of Oyo State just
they are still deliberating.
They are deliberating, and I think there was a
I think we should just agree that it is.
We cannot agree.
It is the Polytechnic Ibadan for now.
Okay, to you people.
So that is my school. Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
And I'm a graduate. Anyways,
thank God.
I think I should be. So that's it.
Starting broadcasting as a female, then thinking about, oh, I don't want to really venture into maybe the regular newscasting or just programming. I want it to be sports. Has it been that you've been a lover of sports right from time, or how did the love for being a sportcaster started?
Okay, I actually came from a sports loving family. My mom loves sports, my dad loves sports, my brothers, everybody. In the compound where I grew up from, Nibode, Moremi, Ibadan, my brothers, they have teams that they support. So if you've seen a lot of my interviews, you see that it's always the same. So if they are not supporting Barca, they are supporting Chelsea. So I came from a sports loving family. And my mom, she did sports in school. The way she used to talk, even in fact, my mom had a trending video on social media where she was analyzing a WAFCON 2022 game between Morocco and Nigeria that day, like that. So they love sports in my family. So I think it's not a problem for me. The only problem I think I have with my mom was watching Champions League games late at night, because sometimes when there is a change in weather, you have to go for Champions League game 9 p.m. to like 11 p.m. ọmọbìnrin tó wà responsible see, that's not the koko. Ó tún wá mọ̀ bó wà faṣọ kọ́nù wà mọ̀ pariwo orí ibú ìyá yín Chelsea gbó wọn bí wèrè ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ tí ní nǹkan kan ìjàmbá àdúgbò tún ti dé nítòtú ẹ̀fù lóru. People that come across ọmọ yín obìnrin o ń bọ̀ láti lébọ̀ ní pariwo orí ibú sáwọn náà kọ̀ọ̀kan náà ní ẹgbẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ wá kiri kan ọkùnrin náà wọ bọ́ọ̀lù ti dálé bọ́ọ̀lù. So you know that kind of thing. My mom is actually very very concerned. Nǹkan jẹun lórí ẹni, in fact wọ́n ti tì mí mọ́tàrí. So anything aside from that, I came from a sports loving family. So I've loved sports so much, and I never ever knew I am going to be a sports broadcaster or sportcaster or a sport presenter or sport, because after my GSS 1 to 3, my SS 1 to SS 3, I attended the School of Science. Oladipo in the School of Science, Bola Ibadan. So from there, I thought I was going to do nursing or something. In fact, that was what I wanted to do, human kinetics. Someone has told my mom that someone if I call you, if I call gymnastics call me. Love you say I can move fancy $1 mo orí yín yí kí ló kan ti yín bẹ́ẹ̀.
She was just asking a question.
Which question orí ibú tàbí wọ́n lọ́rọ̀ kí ló kan ti wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀.
Wọ́n fi lọ mí dá sí i.
Lọ́ba tiẹ̀ fi lọ wọ́n bá fẹ́ dá sí i. Àtàkì sí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́. And she is a graduate. So I actually felt bad that she does not want me to, but what will eventually be. So after my secondary school then, that was when I met Sunday Agumbiade, Oladapo, Mr. Nice Guy, and you know,
you met Sunday Agumbiade?
Yes, Sunday Agumbiade.
Oh, wow.
He was actually the one I love listening to. Okay, let me take that again. I love listening to radio. So there was a particular time I traveled to Lagos after secondary school. So I was there. I stopped listening to Ibadan radio because you can't actually listen to Ibadan radio from here when it is not AM. No more AM then. So FM took over. So I had to start listening to sports in Lagos. But I missed Ibadan radio so much, especially the early morning sports, the 12 p.m. sports, the English sports. I missed them so much. But I have had it in mind to always ask questions about a particular club in the Italian Serie A. No, not Italian Serie A, the Spanish La Liga. So I heard this thing on radio, the meaning of Yellow Submarine, the nickname of Villarreal. So I called Sunday Agumbiade that, okay, what is the meaning of this blah 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 Yellow Submarine? Whose nickname can it come? It was like, oh, but not so about he said, okay, I'm a lady, I'm a girl. You are a girl. Did they tell you to ask someone in school? I'm like, no, I'm asking for myself. Oh my God, I'd love to see you.
Wow.
But I love to see me. Okay. I told my mom I want to go to Splash. My mom said, but Splash, I didn't know more. Let me go there first. But I'm sure that I spoke with Sunday and the voice was ease. So, you know, I took a leap of faith, then get my transport fare from my mom or my dad or something. I went there and he saw me. And then I used to dress like tomboy. That's when I said, "Go party." So I got there. Then he asked me, "What do I know about sports exactly, especially?" I said, "I watch football and I know this, I know that." I'm like, really, yeah, we go. But he kept his cool. Then he introduced me to Mr. Nice Guy because he was presenting Jamasi Thursday evening, Sunday morning, Saturday morning. So immediately they introduced me to him and we talked for a while. The first thing he said was, I am sure that you'll be a very famous female Yoruba sports presenter.
Wow.
That was the first. Yes, I've never spoken on air. I've never said anything. But we just talked and it's like, if that's what you want, it's going to happen. And I started understanding him before I left and all. Then I went to the Polytechnic Academy, my school ND for my national diploma. Then there was a particular day where I was about to finish my national diploma. I got a call from this same Sunday Agunbiade that ẹnìkan wá obìnrin tó mọ̀ nípa sport o. But the person, I don't know. Bóyá mi ló darí wọn pé he actually believed that there is somebody that can do sportscasting in Yoruba somewhere. He does not know how it will happen, but he wants to make that happen. That's what Babatunde Tiyamiyu. Then he reached out to me. Then there was AFCON 2019 or something. I went to his office, Radio Nigeria. They were trying to build pensioners FM then. I went there. He asked me about AFCON 2019. I told him the total number of yellow cards, red cards, players, Nigerian players, statistics. Yes, and I was like, come and meet me at pensioners FM tomorrow. And I met with Olori too. They are GM then. That was how I started. And he gave me the name Olori Sports. Babatunde Tiyamiyu and they used to call him Comrade Olufawole. So they were like, in Ibadan, people are nickname na 2, na 5 and 6. So me want nickname wow. If I deliberated for days and eventually they came to conclusion that okay, Olori Sport is cool. Wow. Before I even started calling myself Olori Sport, let me because I don't actually remember.
Oh my God!
So most times I said Olori Sport. That was how I started small, and I started the job professionally 2019.
Wow! Wow! So you started with Pensioners FM. Okay.
Then I left. So I understudied Splash FM first.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, I even did pitching sport at some point with Bolu Waji Ogumola.
Okay, like so how many months?
For any time. Okay, I'm in school, so maybe when we are on break or something, I just like okay, let me just go. Okay. So during my Southwest period, I didn't go for my internship program there because I'm already working. So anytime I have my leisure or free time, I just go there, learn 1 or 2 things, learn translation from Tola and Ladelaja. Then that was how I just understudied then before I started my professionally.
So are you saying that since you are from a sports lovers family, it was very, very easier for you to just tell your parents, oh, this is what I want to do, and they accept it the way you bring it to the table? You know, sometimes our parents, especially the African parents, will be concerned that why choosing media? Why not something else? There are other in fact, so my daddy once said to me, I said, the media, and the response I remember I gave him daddy was, Daddy, what was your parents' response to it?
Actually, I don't really think I talked to my parents about it. We didn't have a sit down talk, a one-on-one talk about me venturing into media. But the only thing I think my parents asked was that School of Science, physics, chemistry, biology. How will you use it? So I did my first jam. I actually did jam twice. So my first jam, I didn't pass. I passed, just to gain admission into Polytechnic. So that's not a failure to me. So I was like, okay, mommy, I want to write another WAEC. But my WAEC, I think I don't have math or English. That year, there was 61% of math failure in mathematics and English. I was one of the students that failed. So I had to retake that exam. So I retook it. But while I was registering, while growing up, I'm a very, very smart kid. But it also lost me then too. Can we that's how I was. Everyone is smart kid, man. So with all due respect to all the geniuses in the house, so I had to. Then not that I outsmarted my parents. Actually, they knew. So I had changed those physics, chemistry, biology to literature and English, government, and any other subjects. I don't have any literature and English book. In study book. I have a friend, Michael. I went to him, Remy, can you borrow me? You are an art student. Art. Borrow me your textbooks. So the exam that I'm actually going to write in March, I read for it in December. Wow. So, and I know that. And I'm a Muslim, I'm a strong believer. So, yes. So, I actually had to take it so seriously, jot a lot of things down, then use it as revision for then God series. I want to keep it going at the mountain. Yes. So that was how I took WAEC again
for art
class without being an art student. Then I gained admission to the Polytechnic. So we didn't have a sit down talk. So when I started going to Splash, and Mr. Nice I want to have boss the brain with when I got there like this, I think he saw my sharpness and my eagerness to learn and be on the job. So he's always mentioning my name, Baliki Zadishola. My name is very
And that's it, they always give parents joy.
You see that joy? And the first day I read something on air, it was like my birthday. That day was my birthday, so they just asked me to read something. The first time I was going to analyze, I analyzed Liverpool and Manchester United. That was where I used the slang "Oni man your phone," which is one of my signature slang. So when you saw me by, I'm on your cover in your
Oh shit.
Mr. Sports is not playing. Mr. Nice. Don't be like on my way here. Then when Oni man your phone, come on your phone. They have to go and greet him then afresh, familiarize and get familiar with people, because that one slang, it goes a long way. Wow. Because I was given one opportunity and I was ready for that opportunity. So this slang you were like tẹ́ bá gbọ́ go by Liverpool ló máa ń yẹ fóònù. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ go by Man U ló máa ń yẹ fóònù.
When preparedness meets opportunity.
Oh my God, it will be so sweet for you. That was actually what happened to me. I have the story of the normal grass to grace. And I used to say there is nothing special about, because my parents were not called amateur for the day. I am not someone that comes from a rich family. No, we are not rich. But I'm sure that, inshallah, we will be rich. Amen. I will take them out of poverty. Amen. So that's what I want for myself. As I'm always saying, I'm not a local champion, I'm a global champion. So I had to, that was how I did it. So we didn't have a cinema, but maybe I replied, you call me, Badikis Adeshola. And Mr. Nice person, come up with Badikis Akinshola. Oju can't see me for like 2 weeks. I couldn't correct him. So I told it, okay, why Adeshola look at the meal? I must correct him. Our family was like bomb body. Only Baba Badikis Adeshola and so we don't really have a one-on-one talk. In as much as you are doing it and you are doing it the right way. And my parents knows that I'm a good child. So except the fact that I'm
okay, I've been finding it interesting. Your story is quite interesting. But
Netflix, are you there? Are you there?
Let's come back to the media space. The branch of broadcasting that you have chosen for yourself. There is no doubt that most men love football than women. Now, you don't even love sports alone. You are talking about sports. You are talking sports. In fact, you are sports yourself. Iṣẹ́ táwọn ọkùnrin bá máa ń ṣe tó bá jẹ́ pé obìnrin náà bá venture into it, it is a widely believed that irú obìnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ń succeed in bẹ́ẹ̀. How has it been for you? The challenges, the successes and all.
Okay, for me, working in a male-dominated field, let me say it hasn't been easy, or I make it all easy for myself. For me personally, I know what discipline means. When someone tells you that Cristiano Ronaldo is their idol or their goat, it's not only about the football. For me, it is his way of life, his culture, what he does, how hardworking he is, how passionate he is, and the way he does his things that makes him special, that makes him stood out as a sportsman, as an athlete. And for me, a lot of things are the same in our field. The same, analyze. But there are a lot of things that you can actually add into it. So it is quite, let's say, it is not like difficult, because I know my niche. I know right from time that I want to be special. I want to do something different. I want to be known for something different. So if I want to create a niche for myself, I know that I have to work harder. I have to, be disciplined. I have to know what I want. It's not every time you clinch onto people. It's not every time you copy and paste. Yeah. It's not every time you plagiarize what people do and make it your own. No, create your own style, create your own stuff. So that's what I've learned on the job, and I think it is working for me, which makes the job much more easier for me. And for me, venturing into football commentary actually helps me a lot. That's commentary in Yoruba, because we don't have like many people that analyze football or does commentary in Yoruba. So I know that the market is highly saturated with men, but because I know my audience, I know what I've seen, the energy these guys are bringing into this thing, and I believe that if I can't even triple this energy, why can't I double it? Why can't I do things? I'll make them know that, okay, we say no one day. So it's not really, for me, is that I have a lane I want to follow. I am not doing just a copycat. No, I don't want to do that.
Now, sometimes, even broadcasting generally, Oju doesn't have most our Yoruba presenters. Law school. Though I am very happy that in your educational background,
I was going to talk about that. I think you will not ask me that question.
Because Oman Tabawa, no. you know, sometimes when people see us, they'll be like, Shele ma gbóyin Dubai. Hello, I say GNS in school now. Báwo ni o òyìnbó ṣe papọ̀ mọ́ nǹkan tá a fẹ́ present fún yín. So how are you finding this easier for you to do?
Okay, let me start from this. I've been yanked off here because of my bad English before. You get that? Because, you know, my English cannot be that same English with an English presenter.
Yes.
So I have to pick up myself, dust myself off about Nashiman. So, and, you know, be like, okay, I can't be a good English presenter by I have a good spoken English. So that's one. Then two, the thing is when they see Yoruba presenter, okay, lately, while I was in Morocco, I went to cover WAFCON 2024. So I was reporting for our English sports show. Someone was not saying, so Olori Sports can speak English like this. So our presenter now had to respond to that message. Like, are you joking? Good. She is a graduate of mass communication. And she was like, are you sure that is Aderoke? Yeah, you were shocking. Because yes, they believed, and I can't blame them. Now let me come back to football. There are a lot of sports in general. I'm sorry, this we have to like. I will be throwing stones into glass houses for this one. Sports presenters most people that are Yoruba sports presenters, when they pronounce some names in football, in sport in general, they don't give them the correct pronunciation. Those things, do you know that elites listen to us? Yes. Because we are Yoruba does not mean an elite. See, since the day I got from one of my teachers that taught me how to pronounce words. Since the day he told me that a professor in the University of Ibadan listens to my show and he loves it so much. I put in effort for a professor in the University of Ibadan. Wow. To be like, you know that girl, oh my God, she's good. When you pronounce French League on, it's French League on. On in the French is one. Yes. Even though English, let's talk one in the good, but their correct pronunciation is on. Names of players, Yokeres, Elomis of Gokeres, Jimenez. All these things. Okay, Arena Sabalenka, some people find it difficult to pronounce. Go to you have to do a lot of research, a lot of work to get these things right. See, it's not that also English Yoruba show. That is their name. Thomas to call. English can pronounce it to Nowadays, the Premier League, I think they eventually discovered that people are mispronouncing players' names. These players, every season, they ask them to pronounce their name. What is your name? I am Bruno Fernandes. We call him Bruno Fernandes, and his real name is Bruno Fernandes. There are a lot of names. I am Sean Dyche. I have a lot of them. I can't remember right now. A lot of tennis players' name. Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz. We have Charles Leclerc. They call him Charles Leclerc, and his name is Charles Leclerc. So you make extra research. So if you are unable to do that, when you pronounce words, people that knows what they are doing, they know, where you go law school. That is the mentality you give them about you. Because you don't make them proud of what you are saying. You have a lot of players' names now. Angie Postecoglou, former Tottenham Hotspur manager, Ange. Is Angie Postecoglou. So see, these names, when you familiarize yourself, it's not that one Olori shue. You can't teach people. You are a teacher.
Exactly.
And as a broadcaster in general, we are a teacher. Anything I don't know, if you are in doubt, you leave out. No, if you are in doubt, you ask. Not anymore. This is 2025, and the world is evolving. Especially, because when you are in doubt this time around, you don't leave out. You ask. Ask questions. Same way Yoruba was said, Ben. Any kini kan ẹ máa pa àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ mi tí ó dá ẹ máa sọ àwọn òwe mi tí ó correct, they will correct you. This is how to pronounce it, this is how to say it. The same thing is applicable, especially in sport. A lot of names. Marketa Fondrosova, Victoria Kudementova. These names are not hard to pronounce. Just take your time. Victoria Azarenka, Iga Swiatek. Some people call him Iga Swiatek. Swipe well. Emma Fun called it 2x4. So you pronounce all these names. I'm sorry. So in Gotomanjika on your rope way, illiterate in the most one, and we are not illiterate. See, Yoruba sportscasters, Yoruba broadcasters, we are not illiterate. We are learning. Electrical and electronics engineer must study. Engineer to It's not that they don't know what they are doing. We are not illiterate. Our level of literacy go. What you tell them, and people are taking courses to make them get better. I did not even let me go to says that if you just say what called round, I didn't see it as a destructive criticism. I see it as a constructive. You know, I get myself, some learnings. Learn more about all these things to be better,
exactly.
so that you'll be better on the job.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Doctor, no, I don't have that mindset. I take to corrections because I want to be better. I want to be good. I want to be great at what I do. So I think that is why they think we are illiterate. No, it's not about that. Even though if I'm going to pronounce, if I am going to pronounce your name, if it's Ricciardo Calafiori, I'll give you like that. If it is Thomas Tuchel, I'll give you like that. If it is Tuchel or Professor English for me, I'll give you like that. People will see. There's one thing I used to say. I think it has become my slang. There are two things in broadcasting: what people want to know and what they need to know. So give them what they need to know too, not what they want to know. So that's why we have to be better on the job. Our gan and cock and cake or say, imagine no ya into my masters no gba pe the doctor lola
Before I hand you over to Victor, let me quickly chip this in. Olori Sports was off air for some times, even on social media and all. And some of your fans, we went to the streets. Before we bring our guest on the Facts and Opinions podcast sits, we must have been able to go out on the streets to get opinions of people. Oh, what do you think? How do you think this person is doing and how? And what most of them were asking about was, Kilo Olori gan, mobito wa now, Kilo de, show ye keti gbon pa now, oh ye keti power gbe wa. Those are so many questions that we've gotten from most of your fans. Even me, myself, I know I am one of your fans. And I was very concerned. Thank you so much. I was very concerned when, I started tuning in and, I couldn't find Olori Sport on here. I know she works with Splash. What is happening to Olori Sport? I started stalking you on social media platforms, your X, your Instagram. You are not posting anything. Where was Olori Sport?
Actually, for that is kind of a bit personal to me, but maybe I've actually chipped in something like that on social media that I was going through maybe a small side complication, but it's something I don't really want to talk about because I'm still going through it and I'm now coming out of it. So what happened is a bit personal to me, so I still want it to be personal. So maybe
you are grateful that
I'm grateful that I'm back, and your girl ain't going nowhere. Don't worry.
Amen.
We are with you.
We almost thought you left the
radio station.
No, your radio station.
No, I didn't.
Because àwọn silent movements kan ṣẹlẹ̀ náà gbà yẹn náà some poaching and
in all of this radio poaching in Ibadan, all of these moving from one station to another. What is your own experience like with it?
I don't really have much experiences or any experience with it, but I've been poached once. But it's like me going back home because I was trained at Splash FM. So I started working professionally at Pensioners, and after 2 or 3 years with Pensioners FM, after 2 or 3 years with Pensioners FM, then Splash FM was like, okay, our good, come back home. So that was basically it. And another place I've worked is a part-time sports commentator with Super Sports during the FIFA 2022 World Cup. So I've not really experienced, the poaching. Even though then, while that Splash FM poaching was going on, there are other radio stations that were like, almost more, but I'm like, okay, let me go to Splash. So I know what I want. So
all right. So another thing I want to specifically ask is this: you said something about the stereotype that is on the Yoruba presenters. There's this belief that most Yoruba presenters, especially when it comes to sports, most of them are not educated because of the way they sound. Some Yoruba presenters sound too local. They sound too, and I would understand why they have to go to local because, number one, Yoruba, there's nothing about local Yoruba. Yoruba is Yoruba. Whether you sound like an Ondo, you sound like an Oyo, you sound like Ekiti or Ibadan or whatever you sound like, Yoruba is Yoruba. There's nothing like a local Yoruba. So, but some people sound too indigenous with their Yoruba. So it make it very easier for somebody to say, these people I'm not sure this guy went to school or something. So now the pronunciation is very common. The mispronunciations in Yoruba sports. And I believe that you must have listened to so many Yoruba sport presenters in Ibadan, and you've spotted this very well. When you listen to these kind of presenters, how do you feel in yourself? What's this? And another thing, side B of that is when you listen to some of these presenters, is it only the upcoming presenters that only fumble into this kind of mispronunciations, or you have the already known, established presenters, Yoruba sport presenters that really fumble into this?
Okay, in all honesty, it's all of us. Me, myself that I'm talking, sometimes I mispronounce words too, but it's not intentionally. But there's one thing I have that I think I am so different about, is that I am intentional about my pronunciation. I have learned this new word. I have learned how to pronounce this player's name, and I am so going to use it. I am so going to brag about me knowing how to pronounce Etafe, Real Madrid. Not Real Madrid, it's Real Madrid. And no, not only the upcomings, everybody. It's all of us.
Even the OGs.
Ati our big name. I'm a big name.
Yeah, definitely.
Olori sport,
Ati our big name. Ati upcoming. Everybody, we are guilty. But I think it is. I see it as maybe lack of being unable to research. Lack of researching. If you can make research, life is even easier now.
Yes.
Pronounce your book. Listen to it. That's what I do. That's one of my own key secrets too. Into giving you people what you love and what you want. I want to go on air tomorrow and make sure that I pronounce this name correctly. So I would do it. I would be intentional. But I don't think there's nothing. You see, for sports, for me, you don't have to be too local to read sports. But there is also there's nothing like being local, too local. But people say local gan. But I'm a local girl, but I want to be a global champion. But if you want to be on the global stage, there are some things you have to do. You have to be eccentric. You have to be intentional about what you do. So I think we are all guilty. That are guilty, because there are some words I will still mispronounce. But let me say in all my words, I'm bragging about myself. I don't think, maybe 70%, I'm better 70%. Yes. So the remaining 30%, I leave it to still being in the process of learning and being better and being a better broadcaster that people can look up to. You are my role model. You pronounce the Euche. Who is your role model? Same role model, I won't pronounce your role. You are looking up to me. You are not saying one. Big on you. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Sunsun saying Alliance Arena, and I'm saying Alliance Arena. I'm your role model. Oh yeah, Sundan, my role model. So that's how I will feel, because some people that look up to me knows that, and see all these things that we do that we say people cannot know. They know. There are a lot of things that see the way I'm saying me pronounce or I any category that you will learn. Say no to first of Fanadio also. Still have people like that will still say that. So that's why I said everybody is cute, even the OGs and the old cargos. No, not old cargos. Social media. Any old money, old cat, new cat. But there's one slang like that I want to remember. Everybody, we are all guilty. So and let me just say this again: we are nothing like being too local. But to read sport, you don't have to be too local. You can give people the slangs and all that they want, but you still let them learn something from what you are saying. That's why I said we are teachers.
Wait, one thing one thing that is very, very, very common with sport presenter is, I think you become very popular when you come up with some lambas, some unique slangs and all of that. I think it's one of the things that people really love, especially in Ibadan. I've seen so many times that people will say, so many things like that. Do you have to research Lamba? Do you have to go all Lamba before you become a very good sport presenter?
For me, it depends on your niche. But for me, all Lamba have worked for me. So if I'm saying that you don't have to go all Lamba, yes, now why can't you go all Lamba? Even as much as it is professional, there are some words that you can't use. There are some things that I can't say. Yeah. While there are some words I want to use in my slangs and all that I cannot use because it is radio. Even though I'm going to cut and put on social media. But if you are on social media normally, there are some things you can still say that I can't say on the air. Torí pé kí ni olórin kan máa ní táyé bá ń yí ká mọ báyé yí ẹni tí ò bá báyé yí yóò bá gbà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ sì tún rèé o tún ní gbọ́dọ̀ mọ dáṣà táwọn ayé ti lò tó ti ṣá o ò lè dáṣà táwọn ayé ti lò tó ti delete. Àṣà àwọn ló mọ̀ gbé wá. So if I think in Ibadan people, yeah, even though Southwest in general, if you can't come up with those things, even in songs, there was a particular line that I loved so much that people Yoruba said, "Ah, mama like it go." Manchester United for Adekunle Gold, you see me. Oh, I lost me like I see me. You know that kind of all these fun words, all this wordplay. People love it so much, and you have to be creative before you start doing all these things. You have to like copy. Aláìmọ̀ fún ọlọ́sùn mẹ́ta àṣírí ẹ̀ máa tú. Torí pé kí ni o ò ní mọ nǹkan tó ṣe next mọ́ tó lọ copy èèyàn ni. What if it is your own niche? So I think you have to go all number for Yoruba. Except you just want to come because you have to give them that makes your program interesting. You got to get country in lọ́jọ́ kejì. Even though in analysis, people will still want to put in some slangs and somebody lẹ́yìn kó wá gbọ̀rọ̀ ikọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Manchester United wọ́n náà Liverpool pápá ṣe ń fi dáná àmì ẹ̀yọ̀ kan sódò ire o ikọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Super Falcons àgbọ̀dọ̀ orílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà wọ́n gbọ́ 100 lọ́wọ́.
Tó bá jẹ́ èèyàn àwọn náà máa kà náà.
Yes, ṣùgbọ́n tó bá tó wá ní ẹ̀yin tèmi Super Falcons ti fakọyọ lánàá Ọlọ́run nílùú Rabat àwọn ará Morocco mọ̀ pé bá ti ní president wa àwọn tó kíní kan ṣe kíní kan Morocco wọ́n jẹ́ kòbókò sórí wọ́n ṣe kíní kan. All these are conveyed that you added into your sports show makes it fun. I think it is fun, but you don't have to overdo it. For me, first 2 or first 3 minutes, we show me I'm serious with business. You don't have to over asheju. So it's the asheju that most people, even though some people are even tired of all this asheju that we do. Sometimes we still should have never drag you back. Yes. Because it's the asheju, but I think because they've seen it as all lambas. No, it is not all lambas actually. But you have to go all lamba if you want people to be like, oh yeah, I'm bad. Time if I go stop and bad you for. Oh yeah, I'm bad you your won't ban me. So what percent of everyone to you Olori sport? Wow, you are kini kan wow. Percent you can bull and share. Percent mandala. Yes. So, but I think in a professional way, you share asheju, me share asheju.
And I can see, the band on the finger.
What band?
Is showing that Olori spot is not missing. She was missing and somebody already found her. When Olori spot is married.
Definitely.
So, juggling your career with your home, has it not been something you feel like, am I not tired? Torí wọ́n ti sọ àwa obìnrin media lẹ́nu. Wọ́n ti ní pé ìdíwé baby kan. Ọlọ́run ó ṣàánú wa.
Ẹbí wọn kọ́. Mo jẹ́ pé bí kíní ìbá lọ lórí transformer wọn lè fi di hàn. So wọ́n sọ wá lórí transformer. Èmi ò mọ̀ tẹ́mí.
Wọ́n lè fi kíní hàn.
Wọ́n lè fi di hàn. Bọ́n tó bá lọ lórí transformer èmi ò mọ̀. But that's the fact. But the thing is.
So are you saying most presenters are promiscuous?
No, let me say promiscuous because I'm also a presenter. So if I use that word, it means I'm disrespecting this occupation and this profession. But láàrin ọkùnrin àti obìnrin náà, àwọn sì náà pọ̀ ní iṣẹ́ wa. After that, daughter bani so, but I think there are levels and ways to it. But for me, juggling motherhood, being a wife, and my career, it is not easy at all. It is not easy. Taking care of your home. But one thing is that you just marry your fan. Yes. Marry someone that loves what you do. Talk about it that, so like in Katimun say, are you comfortable?
Torí irú Johnny Morocco yẹn, mọ̀ pé yóò wáyé tẹ́lẹ̀.
Yes.
Ó kàn wáyé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣá.
I have a kid. One and only Kylian Mbappe. Kylian not Mbappe.
Oh shit. Mommy Kylian.
Even though mommy shows ski on Nana. Olúwa ma ṣàánú mi kẹ́.
Ojo ski on Nana.
Olúwa ma ṣàánú mi kẹ́. Yo, my boy is a left footer actually.
Okay.
So mo go try to Kylian Yola re. Ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run ogo yo tori Ọlọ́run ma gbele da Ronaldo lọ́wọ́ mi kó fi ti ma gba ya sí o.
Àmín o.
So I think juggling it together is just marry your fans, someone that loves what you do. My husband is not a sports person. LOS mo sport gan èmi mo ko ajo kora wa lórí bed. Sin to kan ṣe. So if you ask him name any Nigerian player, I'm not going to be saying Samuel Okwaraji Ewo. Ewu baba ti jera lu sáré lọ. So now he knows Victor Osimhen, he knows I love us now. Mikel Arteta, he knows all these things. So it's not that he does not know what our job entails and all, but he is your fan. So anytime so just marry someone that is your fan and someone that is. So some people can be educated but are still ignorant. So just marry someone that is not ignorant, that is open-minded. Not that open-minded. This is what no. But that understands our job, that understands you. So once your husband, once your partner, don't let me say husband, it could be wife, it could be husband, it goes both ways. Once they can vouch for you, what's it on? But there are a lot of things. You even see men that will say, oh, I'm on your guy, I don't know, share feel it. You hear things like that. I don't want about what I'm only be and I want so there is this particular distance, but I still want this mindset to be raised. Because even though in office itself, I'm not going to maybe code play code play and they are colleagues. So anywhere because if you want to take card ale baba shenko
so my second to the last question is this. Now as of now in Ibadan, in Oyo State generally, Mr. Sport is considered to be the one presenter in Ibadan, in Oyo State, with the best pronunciations of names and words when it comes to sports.
Even longer names.
Even longer names in Oyo State. When it comes to Yoruba sport presentations. So, what do you think about that?
Okay, for me, I don't really think about what people do, in all honesty, because I face my own niche, and I know I want to be better. But the thing is it about pronouncing longer names or pronouncing it correctly? There are two different things. So if it is correct, maybe it is correct. But for me, maybe names pronunciation, I know it's my own. Not even football alone. I do tennis, I do NBA, I do athletics, I do Formula 1. And I know that when it comes to pronouncing names for me, I don't care.
So what would you rank yourself?
In names pronunciation, yes. I think I am number one.
Oh shit.
Yes, I am number one. I am number one in names pronunciation, because everybody they will call themselves number one. And I cannot see that and say, because I am a lady, let me not say I'm number two because I met some people on the job. Who tells you that you can't be better than people on the jobs? Because you've seen what they've done and you want people to love you too, you want to do better. So in names pronunciation, I've cited examples. I've mentioned different. I'm not even mentioning only footballers. So I've mentioned tennis. Yeah. I've mentioned Yannick Sinner. So and that's one thing about all this number that we say. It's not right. It's not like the real thing. You teach people how to pronounce. So when it comes to the pronunciation, I give it to myself.
You are number one.
Even though I've seen a professor stamped it now. I don't even know him. I've not met the professor now. But someone told me, a friend that was doing his master's in UI. The professor asked after you, can you come? And he was like, I like the way, I love the way this girl pronounces it. Like she is intense. Like, see, when you put effort in things, people knows.
People sees.
They see it. So you put effort in it. Please continue.
So in short, you're number one.
When it comes to name pronunciation, I am number one. I don't know about anybody because I am on the job.
Okay, so I want you to give me your top 3 radio sports presenters, Yoruba sports presenters. Your top 3. These are the top 3 for me.
Why do you
in Oyo State? Top 3, the best top 3 for you.
Sports presenters.
Yes, just your opinion.
Yoruba sports presenter.
Yoruba. Clearly, you like you alaba ina.
Yes, you listen.
No.
The thing is, you definitely have people, sports presenters that you listen to.
Yeah.
But there will be these 3 people, or these 3 people that you know that when it comes to sports presentations, these are the best guys.
Let me give you a shocking fact. Okay. I listen to English sports presenter the most.
That is good. But you listen to Yoruba sports too?
I listen to Yoruba sports, yeah.
So let's go with Yoruba.
With Yoruba, can I choose myself?
No,
apart from me, okay, because me right now,
you are number one.
For easy WWJ, I've come with the journalist. Press conference. So I don't let me hear. For me, let me start from Sporting Crystal. Abimbola Lamid. No, he's good.
Okay.
He is very, very good. Then that's only Momango. I know people are expecting the bigger names, but see, let's leave the bigger names alone. In my top 3 years, I will leave the bigger names out of it. Let's leave them out of. That's when you argue Ronaldo and Messi, I'll tell everyone that's Messi.
So are you saying this guy that you just mentioned now?
Abibola Lamid, I picked him. Okay. One, and then in no particular, I don't know if he's better than anybody. Ever commit yo. That's so in no. Let me say no particular order. Abibola Lamid. Then
Abimbola Lamid.
Sporting Crystal.
Okay,
Sporting Crystal. This one does not even use feather. Our we said about one low feather. I must say Auntie Tommy and she can no go that Tommy and he's a football commentator too. Yoruba football commentator.
So Abimbola Lamid.
I used to listen to Adekunle Alubarika sometimes. Yes.
Okay, Adekunle Alubarika.
Adekunle Alubarika slash Kola Omotosho, but he's not. I don't think I don't think he's no longer presenting sports. So let me remove it. Let me put Kola Omotosho.
Okay.
KOB. Yes. These are names that people that are not like people are not really familiar with, but
they are doing the job.
Well. And I would choose Oba Sports. And the reason why is because anybody that I listen to that I can learn one or two things in Yoruba words that it will give you meanings and break it down. I learned CAF Confederation Cup and CAF Champions League from him.
Wow.
So let me just leave it like that. He did elect and I have always been using it. So let me just put it like that.
So like these 3 guys are better than the.
I don't say they are better. Wait, but to me, for me, they are good. They are very, very, very good. They are very good. Don't let me even use good. They are very great.
Can I say they have relegated the old cards, like the big names? They've relegated them.
The big names will always still be the big names. When you talk about songs, Kiniko. Even Fela that have died, people will talk about.
Would you pick Obadari Oladosu over Cantona?
There's also Cantona. True. But I've told you that I learned something from someone. I even used it on my own show. So I'm still sticking with Oba Sports. I love Cantona so much. I love Cantona so much, but I still stick with Oba Sports because see that's why I said choosing what they say. See, for me, sports is not about someone that can shout the most or someone that can say things the most, but who can you learn from the most? I can actually go to the big names and upcoming and be saying their names. But who do I learn from?
So who
impact? God bless you. That's the English. Who impact you the most? Who have that impact in your career, in your life, and they don't even know.
Wow.
They don't even know.
So we are giving a shout out to Sporting Crystal.
You see that Sporting Crystal. Let me say one thing about him. Let me say one thing about Sporting Crystal.
Okay.
While I was going for, it does not know this. Nobody know. I think I'm giving you guys an exclusive. I'm exclusive.
Awesome.
So when I wanted to go for Super Sport interview, I've never ran commentary in my life. When I went to go for the audition, I called Sporting Crystal. Hello, Mama, if you want to run a commentary, what do you think I should do? How do you think I should run it? Even though Super Sport has not posted that they are looking for people, then they eventually posted it on Twitter, but they've not posted it because I know that I'm going. I'm part of those people that they've called already that they should come. So I now ask him. He gave me the keys, things I have to know and everything. Oh my God, that stuff made me a superstar today because doing that Super Sport. No, I am the first female Yoruba football commentator in Africa.
True.
So you gave me that name, and I don't forget people that impact my life. So that's why I will choose.
And they don't these old cats, these guys, these men that are in sports presentations in Ibadan. You don't think they push you aside because you're a female? That's
why I said you have to know your lane, mind your lane. They didn't push me aside.
They allow you shine.
For me, do you
think they allow you shine? Because there's always this.
Nobody can dim my own shine. I don't think they allow me shine. Why would they allow me shine?
There's always this comparison competition in Ibadan, especially.
There is toxic competition, very very toxic.
Yes. There's a radio toxic competition and there's a presenter toxic competition.
But I don't allow that get into me. Now, it's mutual respect. Those that I have to see, there is one thing on this job. You have to respect people before you can gain their respect too in some ways. But if you say that these people doesn't, I've never had any encounter any issue with anybody. But about shaking to kan long pe mi pe ori e kan lo yi bakan èmi ò kì í jó pé info yin straight maybe because mo da yin let's go to your satima ko le yin orúkọ yin be let's mo pe tin table me a so they will know. But I'm well disciplined in my own lane. I don't want people to match on me, and I don't step on people anyhow. I don't put my finger into people's face because I am Olori Sport, because I have done this, I have done that, because I am a future award nominee, because I am Guinness has used me, TikTok has used me. I didn't let that get into my head. Even if they call me that, they say, you, that's my Buddha. Lord or tell me. Yes, Aisha, yes, my Shima. Olorun Akeyin. Oh, mama, that for you. Tell the latest of me. You won't, don't do like this to them. Just be like this. But when they are stepping, when they are passing their boundaries, when you give them, they will know too. So
okay, so
nobody can dim my shine. They don't allow me shine. So easy. You go and check my followers on social media. Now you laugh at me, you love fertilizer.
Okay, so
me I shine very well,
question.
and I'm still shining, inshallah.
Amen.
My last question is in two parts.
Okay.
So the first one is, now I said something about the competition between presenters in Ibadan. There used to be a time where there is comparison between Mr. Sports role model and top striker.
This thing will always come up. I know you people will ask. So
in that moment, you and top striker work in the same radio station.
Okay.
So basically, you will support top striker over Mr. Sports.
Why do you think so?
Because you work together in the same radio station.
Why do you think because we work together I will support him?
Oh, so you don't you're not in support of?
No, I'm not saying I'm not in support of, because he's my boss, he's my guy, he's my dada, he's my daddy, dada.
So you're not saying you're not saying you are supporting,
okay, what,
and
do you know that
you do not support?
No. The thing is, do you know if I am closer to Mr. Sports than him?
Are you closer to Mr. Sports?
I am not closer to Mr. Sports than him actually.
So
yes, but see, there is one thing that because we work in the same place. So say never don't descend the same place. So I try to immediately just on.
But are you close to?
I am very well now.
Has he not in any way? Has he not in any way? Because when you're mentioning about people that have impacted you for in your career, you didn't mention his name.
You said I should mention. You know what I was trying to mention? I said leave the old OGs alone. Leave Shola Ibajeje, leave top striker, leave Kenny. Of course, he has impacted me. He might actually not be like maybe my direct boss, maybe teaching me something in sports. But I've learned a lot of things from. Where do you think I knew Sunday Agunbiade from? Sunday Agunbiade was his analyst, and Sunday Agunbiade was Mr. Nice Guy's analyst.
This thing that you said now, there was a time, there was a little bit of fracas between Sunday Agunbiade and this same
Olawale Hamzat.
And he was saying on the social media that Olawale Hamzat there was never a time Olawale Hamzat taught him sport or anything. And I don't want to go into details about
I don't know any personal issue they have, but yes, it's true. You cannot be diving into people's personal issue, but you don't actually know
what really happened.
You can. I know both of them, but I've never sat them down.
Who are you closer to?
Before I was closer to Sunday Agunbiade, but since they left Splash, once they never come here, but I work with top striker. We work together. We see each other.
Is it just a working relationship, or you just beyond just working?
I think beyond like 10%. Not that we have personal. While I was away, he calls, he check up,
has it been a time you're presenting and he called to correct you or do anything, or you're wrong on this thing, or has it been a time he's presenting and you feel like okay, get kini dada?
No, I have never, and he has never.
Okay.
So if you see that, when I even went to Morocco, when I came back, so we have that mutual relationship. So it's not. So this one, I know that people will always ask. No, it's not really that. It's like Ronaldo and Messi conversation. So I know how to answer.
So who is Ronaldo? Who is Messi? Who is Ronaldo?
Ronaldo is my own goat, my own greatest of all time.
Who is Ronaldo? Who is Messi?
Every my assignment that I'm fancy you.
No, you know Ronaldo is your goat. Okay, who is your goat? Olawale Hamzat or?
My goat is not even in the Yoruba industry.
So none of them is your goat?
Yes, none of them is my goat. So not even in the Yoruba industry. Because I told you that I listen mostly to the English sports.
Okay.
And it's basically because of all this pronunciation and Kini Konko, because they do better. They shaking it. So there was a guy, Tayo Salam. It was the one that taught us out on channels. He was saying, my people, it is not Thomas Tuchel, it is Thomas Tuchel. He's a German. This how to. It was actually. It is a sports show. They were literally teaching us how to pronounce. That's that's why I said my goat might not be. Do you know if Peter Jury is my goat?
Peter Joy is not your goat.
Why do you think so?
He is not a presenter in Ibadan.
Why you don't know? Cause is he only presenter in Ibadan? People that does not even know Kini kan.
But I am asking.
I'm not a local champion. I'm a global champion. Mo ti mi ni lórí podcast yìí jẹ́ bọ́lá. Mo mi ni wọn kẹ́ mọ̀ bèrè àwọn ọ̀dẹ́ yẹn. Àwọn bèrè àwọn máa bèrè àwọn bèrè tí ó mọ̀ díjà lẹ̀. Tára wọn ọ̀gá táwa kí wọn táwọn fi mú dáhùn. Ọmọ òsì tó lọ sọ kúsọ lórí Kini yẹn ni ẹ báwo yẹn ṣe ní tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ sí ẹnu. Ẹgbẹ́ ti you know what's funny. But anyways, I don't catch you. So if you are bringing this kind of conversation to be a meeting, Ronaldo gba World Cup, remember Simon defend there. I defend there taya ni pé we dey say okay, me no come as someone. Emi no ni go to score perfect as you. O 4 years and then go to have for this score by you lo na sapati. O ye tún sọ. So I know ba ṣe mo run ra wa.
In 10 seconds.
Wait, before that, Ronaldo is your goat over Messi.
Of course.
Ronaldo.
Because I've mentioned this now that it's not only about football. He has impacted my life in a lot of ways. Discipline, you know, in the way he's hardworking, the way he's passionate about his job, and so you have people that are egoistic. Let me say, I don't think we're going to go. Can you feel it? I'm jebe.
So Ronaldo over Messi.
Ronaldo fan game. Etun na bread. Kilo Kiki. Kylian Mbappe. You see this argument? I can. Kylian Mbappe.
Okay, Vinicius Junior or Haaland?
Oh, Vinicius Junior or Haaland. That's deep. That's deep. Goal scoring, dribbling skills, and all. Ilé ilé o. Ìyẹn kò sí bìnrin rẹ̀ lè rí o. Vinicius Junior or Haaland. Or Elibra Haaland. Goal scoring machine ni Haaland ni o. Ẹ fún mi lálá ni. Ẹ má jẹ́ fojú di àwọn goal yìí.
So Haaland over Vinicius Junior.
Haaland. Let me just over.
Victor Osimhen or Mohamed Salah.
Àwọn social media wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ kú. Wọ́n yẹn. Ìdá yóò lose all the respect Mohamed Salah. No, Mohamed Salah. I mean, don't let us see. The only thing I can be sentiment about is when it comes to Ronaldo Messi argument. Imoro, ko sin to le ba mi so imoro rotan. Ko sin to le bo. Mohamed Salah, yes.
Okay, so let me
with what he has done with
let me go OGs. Okay. Let me go OGs.
Is that you want to ask Frank Lampard or Steven Gerrard?
That is exactly what I want to ask.
I knew it.
That's exactly
what
someone
that did not have Premier League in his career should come and not be saying Kini. Super Franks.
Frank Lampard or Steven Gerrard?
Frankie.
Okay. Samuel Eto'o or DJ Drogba?
Irú àwọn ìdààmú ìbéèrè wo lè yà. That's what people be saying. 0% football knowledge. Ebi olojo ori. Samuel Eto'o and DJ Drogba. Ele gidi gan o. Oh my God, did this girl watch Samuel Eto'o during Barca time, sir?
Exactly. You know, so evaluate yourself and pick your answer.
When me watch anybody, me watch who should pick your answer. Did I drug my mom and family? Oh shit! Me walk up even though Eto'o in Africa, you know, like I'm a Chelsea fan.
Kanu Nwankwo or Mikel Obi?
Kanu Nwankwo.
Mikel Obi or JJ Okocha?
JJ Okocha. He played so well. He was good at the name him too. I said, "Báwo na ṣe máa ń sọ JJ Okocha ni o." Kanu Nwankwo, JJ Okocha. You know those two people, the way they were instrumental, and that's 96 now. True. I will still pick them.
In 10 seconds, ẹ máa ń fún àwọn ará ilé ńlámbà. Àwọn olólùfẹ́ Olori Sport tí wọ́n gbé wá rìn láti jẹ́ káwọn pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ wọ Olori Sport wá sórí City podcast báyìí. But here she is. Please give them a 10 seconds lamba.
Only 10 seconds. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
Yes, let's go.
Ilé mọ̀ bá mi lẹ́jà fo. Ẹ mọ̀ bá ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ ni. Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀ lẹ̀mí èrò. Ó dà ẹ̀yin tí wàá dẹ̀rùn kí Adéṣọlá lórúkọ tèmi Olori Sport Ìbàdàn Kamavinga tí gẹ́gẹ́ bí èmi ṣe máa ń sọ ní kankújẹ ní gungi àárẹ̀ ní ṣàwúrẹ́gì ẹni tí bá ṣàwúrẹ́gì wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbà wọ́n fi fún lóúnjẹ nìyẹn ẹgbọ́n ìlú wo lẹ́yìn wá já fún ṣó níbo òjé nìyẹn ni ṣé sapa ló là nìyẹn ni ẹyọ ọmọ lami yàmá tó ti ṣe yín yamayama abẹ́yìn kiri àní pupa pété pé lóun tí ó pè yín ẹyọ ọmọ ìyá aláró lábẹ́ bíríjì Ọlọ́run ló lẹ́mí rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin èṣù pupa ìyẹn ní old garage ẹ̀yin tèmi kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín ẹ wo mo ti ń ga lọ torí mi ò fò ẹ má kàná mi ní gbọ́kú ní àmúra wa lódì kejì.
Oh shit, badness. When you are good, you are good.
I said.
You don't just have to argue about it.
I said.
And yes, when I said she's one of the finest
Emma,
Yoruba sports presenter, you should know I am not capping. And when the Facts and Opinions podcast is ready to do its assignments, and you know more. Àwọn tí wa ò kí ń gbẹ́ja kékeré, ẹja ńlá, ẹja rọ̀gbọ̀dọ̀ ló máa ń gbé wa fún yín. And as you all know, our fans, we are ready to give you, as I've said earlier, on this season 2, woto Ẹ̀fẹ̀ ńlá.
Òun lẹ ti gbọ́ yẹn. Olori sports náà dẹ̀ ti fún yín o.
Ẹ̀fẹ̀ ńlá.
I'm a gentle girl. They made me talk.
Thank you so much for staying with us from the first second till the last minute of this particular episode of season 2. Yes, Woto continues in the next episode. If you have not followed us on all social media platforms, you are missing out. Go and follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, on X, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Victor Ramat Podcast on YouTube. Victor Ramat Podcast on YouTube. I still remain your favorite host, Ramat Kajola Olanrewaju, and signing out. Ciao, ciao.
See you in the next episode. Bye for now.